right, take three. The interviewee has stated that she does not want to be on camera, so here we go. So, Mom, I'd like to ask you if you have any information on what you think a dental hygienist does.
They clean teeth.
And this, in fact, they do. But if I were to add a little bit of context to that, I will go into a bit more specifics. So, the two words dental hygiene are a bit more packed than they appear to be, but are pretty self explanatory. Dental being pertaining to teeth, and hygiene being the study of prevention of oral disease and combating it. So just because it's two words doesn't mean that it's just as it is. Although one could easily deduce based on their personal experiences. So what I've learned about my role and the responsibilities around it are that you are a dental hygienist both in the field and out the field. Namely speaking, because you are a licensed professional, everything that your patients see about you or other people see about you on like social media, for example, directly impact your professionalism in the clinic. Because when they say, for example, they go to your social media and they see like all this like ludicrous, crazy stuff, and then they think like, that's my hygienist. Um, and then you're in a position where now you're faced with people seeing you as in an unprofessional light. So that's just one of the examples of your roles. But I think the most important one is the responsibility to the community of whatever community you're in to provide proper oral care. Meaning, you are, in all intents and purposes, working for the community that you're in to provide proper care. Because in the end, although you are working in a clinic or wherever you are, it is still your job to, as a dental hygienist, to provide for anyone without bias, by the way. So the reason I chose this profession is because I've always wanted to help people, but there's so many different ways to do that. I tried computer science, and it just wasn't for me. I strongly dislike coding. And I remember reading a book back in fifth grade about the three black doctors, how they've made a pact with each other to get out of projects and become successful. And the story that really stuck with me was the story of George Jenkins, in which he describes the atmosphere at the dentist's office, of his experiences at the dentist and everything, and like asking about the tools and just the full immersion of everything that he was observing. And that really vibed with me and stuck with me because when I was reading that, not to discredit the other two doctors, but I would at times skip the two chapters that the other doctors were a part of just so I could read his chapters because that's how much it interested me. And after that point, I just realized that that was the field that I wanted to go into. All right, I think that's all there is to say. Thank you for the interview.